Carolyn in Georgia. How's the weather where you are?
Windy.
Okay.
Very windy.
You staying safe?
Yeah. My county has still yet to call off school for tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's good. Or like the last one, even when it's snowing.
How old are you?
17.
Okay. Well, welcome. What's on your mind?
So I was forced to go to church today, which is always the most fun thing in the world. And there's this thing called D groups, which is kind of like a short term to a disciple group. They try to make it an acronym for the kids, I guess. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so we were there, and one girl brought up The Rapture, and I personally have seen the movie. And
Which movie? There's several.
The Rapture, the one where all the Christians disappear.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not Left Behind. This is a specific movie called Rapture.
Yeah, it's a book series that they turned into a movie.
Oh, that is Left Behind, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right. Well, I mean, the idea that this rapture thing will happen is only a few hundred years old, and people have made up a bunch of different stories about that. This just happens to be the most popular one right now. Anyway, it's a crappy movie, by the way.
Yeah.
It really sucks. It's very racist.
Wait. Is this
Especially
the one with Kirk Cameron from like 10 years ago, or is it the new one with Nicolas Cage? Because there was a remake.
It's the new one with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, I heard that sucked.
Where they all blame the Muslim guy on the plane. And
Oh, wow.
They were gonna,
Oh. Yikes.
yeah, anyways, so the reason I wanted to talk about it was she thought it was so cool that, oh, yeah, all the Christian people, they just disappear and they go to heaven. And everyone was like, yeah, that sounds great. And I was just sitting there like,
Yeah,
I guess
actually-
I'm not going.
I think that sounds great, but, I don't think it's going to
Yeah,
happen.
get him out.
I mean, you got, like, and then she's like, yeah, and then everything just starts going crazy, and I'm just sitting there like, how is this a good thing? It's just crazy to think that someone could ever think that, oh, because all the Christian people disappear, it's going to be pretty much like the Purge all the time.
Yeah, Caroline, do your friends know that you don't believe, or are you hidden?
One of my friends did.
Yeah.
One of my friends, she was sitting next to me, and we just kept passing glances at each other, and I was just like, what's going on? Another thing is I live in a Catholic family, and it sometimes gets very hard. I was having a normal conversation with my mom, and it was just like, well, why don't you believe? And it's like, oh, I don't believe because of this. And she was like, if your grandma was still here, she'd cry.
Oh.
And I was just absolutely shocked. Like, my grandma, she died of cancer a few years ago on my sister's birthday. Mm-hmm. And she was the person that raised me and my sister. She was very, very close to us. Mm-hmm. And for a long time, because I was Christian, I blamed myself for praying that she got better, and she died.
What, you thought you didn't pray hard enough?
No, like the day before she died, I prayed she'd get better, and then the next day she died.
Okay.
So I thought it was my fault because I prayed. She died.
So you thought you maybe prayed wrong and got punished for it or anything or something like that?
I guess.
Oh.
Prayer's weird, so you never know.
And so now you don't feel responsible for your grandmother's death, which you're not, obviously.
No, I just know it.
Your mom tried to leverage that against you with a guilt trip, sounds like.
Yeah, and I was just very shocked that it happened.
That is shocking.
Like, someone so close to me, and she knows. but I still feel depressed about it sometimes, that she's gone. Not that it's my fault anymore, because I don't believe that. But, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Also,
I mean, I think Jen and I can both tell you as parents that parents don't always know what they're doing.
That's true.
And sometimes parents are just stupid and thoughtless and say a thing to get you to behave a certain way, and that sucks.
Point,
yeah.
On that point, when I was little, they always said that gay people are wrong, and like, it's bad to be gay. God doesn't like gay people. I'm lesbian, so.
Oh, well. So am I.
When I, good for you, girl. Thanks. When I started realizing I hate guys, they're weird and creepy.
No offense taken. Okay.
But girls are soft and sweet. And when I realized that I had this very distinct mindset about who I like, I was very scared to tell them, obviously, because, you know, like the horror stories, you'll get disowned, they'll never love you again, you'll be an outcast kind of thing. And when I told them at first, they were like, oh, you're just confused. You're just...
Yeah, it's just a phase. You'll get over it.
Yep. Not a phase.
Nope, not a phase.
Obviously. 12th grade to 7th grade, I don't think that's a phase. Same thing similarly happened with my uncle. When he was in high school, he came out as gay to his mom, and he's like 47 now, and she still thinks it's a phase. Pretty long phase.
Yeah.
Checking 30 years.
Well, I'm glad you don't buy into that bullshit about, you know, being gay being bad or anything, because gay is awesome.
I know.
You know, unless you're not gay, in which case, you know, you could probably take it or leave it, but, you know. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know where I was going with this other than, yeah, I'm glad you didn't buy into that part of the indoctrination.
Well, we're about out of time, but if you guys still need to talk to each other afterwards, Carolyn, I think you'd be welcome to stay on the line for a few more minutes after the show's over, or if you want, Jen.
Or you can email us.
Yeah.
You can always send an email. We can continue the conversation.
I just really want to put this out there to like tell people that it's, you know, okay to think differently, and you shouldn't take what your family says or your friends say at face value, because they don't know how it's going to affect you, and they don't really understand how much it like could hurt you if you did take it at face value.
Yeah. Yep, you're right.
That's a great message for our audience.
You always have to consider that they're indoctrinated, and that's how they think because of that. And if you take that into the equation, you kind of realize, oh, that's why they said that, because they're trying to make me like them.
Yeah. And the thing is, their indoctrination isn't a good excuse for them being able to hurt other people with their beliefs.
I don't think so at all. But
and
you have to, like, realize that part of the reason why they're being that terrible.
Yeah, your example here with coming out is important, because having someone you know be gay or atheist or whatever, it makes it a lot harder to discriminate against that person. And so I'm a big advocate of if people can come out safely, then I think they should, and that's why I'm out, because I think that you know, if my being out and my whole family's out, we don't hide the structure of our family from anyone, and I think that's important because not everybody has that ability. And the more we break down these prejudices, the better it is for everyone. So thanks for the call. I think we're going to...
Thank you for calling. And that's our show.